Hello, FPC College. Um, so some of you may not know me. I'm Reed Robertson. I work at First Pres. Some of you do know me, and if you do know me, hello. I miss you, and I wish that we could be gathered, and I wish that you could be back at Mississippi State. I just wanted to get on for a second and let you know of a couple things that we're doing. It was kind of interesting that the timing of this whole thing, that right as Ben was leaving, he was packing up and moving, that this whole pandemic hit, and we didn't really have the opportunity to transition, and hopefully you guys had some closure with Ben. I know I'll miss him. I know you guys will too, as well as Allison. But for the time being, I want you to know a couple things. First, we are still here. We'll be here next semester. Our church is still here for you. We would love for you to continue coming to church with us, and continue, if you'd like to continue joining us on Sunday mornings through this pandemic over Facebook Live. Now it's actually on YouTube as well. You have access to that through our First Presbyterian Church Starkville Facebook page, Facebook and YouTube page. So that's a wonderful thing. It's hard to be able to worship, but at least we have access to that. Going into next semester, we'll be here. We'll continue to do Monday nights, and we'll continue to do some biblical studies. For the time being, though, I wanted to make you aware of a few different resources that I'll provide links to below. First, I have been doing their very short 8 to 10 minute lessons from the book of Romans on our FPC Starkville Youth YouTube page. I'm doing it for youth Sunday school lessons, but they are not exclusively youth. They're aimed at a general audience. So I think that you'll actually probably be able to get a lot out of those, and hopefully be able to get some application in your life out of that. The second thing is you'll actually start to see this guy more and more. But I've had the pleasure of getting to know Taylor Brown with InterVarsity at Mississippi State, and it looks like we're going to be working more and more closely with Taylor and with the people at InterVarsity going forward. So he actually offers a Bible study streamed to Facebook Live. It's InterVarsity at MSU on Facebook. I think it's Wednesdays at 6. I don't know how consistent that is, but normally it'd be Wednesdays at 6, and they're actually longer. They're about an hour from the last ones I've seen, at least. So those are also another resource for you to look at. I also just want to give you some book recommendations as you're quarantined. You're not able to see your friends, and you're not able to do what you would normally do. So just a few book recommendations while you're sitting at home. First one is Apologetics, How to Defend Your Faith. This is a good book. It's Truth Matters. It's pretty basic. It's easy to read. I think I read it like in an afternoon. The print's real big. So that's a really good book. It gives you, if you don't know anything about how to defend the Christian faith, if you want to know more about like the historicity of the New Testament, things like that, this is a really good primer on those issues that you may not be aware of. The second book is The Unquenchable Flame by Michael Reeves. This is a church history book about the Reformation. I'm not joking. You would think a history book would be boring. I couldn't put this book down when I was reading it. It's just got great stories. Some of them are even some funny and scary, and it's a really good book. If you don't know anything about the Reformation or the history of the Reformation, it's a great place to start. He's got pictures if you're interested in that. Now, for the men and women, I have different book recommendations for you, just specifically aimed at your demographic. For the women, Madeline just finished this book and she absolutely loved it. It was She said it was really good. It's called Even Exile by Rebecca Merkel. So I honestly don't know much about it, but Madeline said it was great. It's called Even Exile and the Restoration of Femininity. So I actually think this one is on Kindle Unlimited, which you can get a free 3-month trial of, which I've used Kindle Unlimited because I have to read a lot of books, but you can actually get this one for free. And for the men, yours is a little bit more meager, but Thoughts for Young Men by J.C. Ryle. J.C. Ryle was an Anglican bishop in the late 1800s. Some people call him the last Puritan. This is a good book. You can find this for free online. There's also several different Kindle versions that you can look at. So I hope those resources are helpful for you. Again, if you have any questions about any of that, feel free to reach out to me. Also, if you have any questions about life, if you need somebody to talk to about anything, if you're missing Starkville, feel free to reach out to me. I'm available. I'm sitting at home most of the time now anyway. So remember, we're praying for you. Have a happy Easter. Have an unusual Easter with your families. And we hope to see you soon.